Evenings at Professor Ellis's is a work of fiction. Mara Frankfurt and the other participants are fictional. Harry Frankfurt's published ideas are discussed with respect. Come in, put the coats anywhere except the chair with the books. I told myself I would move those.
You told yourself? Or you wrote it down?
I reject the distinction this early in the evening.
He can't find the corkscrew.
I know exactly where it isn't.
The system has produced a result.
That has been there since June.
I haven't been here since June.
The month June. Although now I can't defend that either.
What were you caring about?
I believe we were worried about the word content.
Sensible.
Did the question mark survive? Or was that added later?
It survived. The answer did not.
You left this out like assigned reading.
Oh, don't blame me.
Your name is on it.
A family name is not an endorsement of the host's syllabus.
There is no syllabus. There is cheese. I had hoped the difference would be obvious.
The rind has footnotes.
I'm a boomer, Daniel. We label things.
The label says brie.
Then our provenance system is working.
Provenance tells me where the cheese claims to be from. It doesn't tell me whether you left it in the car.
15 minutes. Perhaps 20.
And there it is.
The cheese?
Our subject. A true statement can still be arranged to give the wrong impression.
That's too easy. Every press release in my inbox contains true statements.
Some of them now contain true statements at extraordinary speed.
Along with several that sound as if truth must have been nearby.
All right, help me with this. Harry Frankfurt gave us a way to separate lying from bullshit. Does that distinction still hold when a machine can produce the sentence, a person can approve it without reading it, and an institution can publish it without knowing who checked it?
That is at least 3 questions wearing one coat.
It is a good coat.
It's going to need alterations.
Start with the oldest question. What counts as bullshit?
There's a reasonable chance I'm about to be wrong.
Now it feels like Thursday. Careful with the columns. They make it look as though one sentence belongs permanently on one side.
Doesn't it?
The same sentence can be honest, a lie, or bullshit. The words alone don't settle it.
Then what does?
The speaker's relation to truth. A liar has to keep track of what is true in order to conceal it. The bullshitter may say something true or false. Truth simply isn't governing the performance.
Performance is doing useful work there.
It also keeps us from making the machine into a tiny, dishonest person.
You object to saying the model bullshits.
I object to saying it cares or doesn't care. A language model produces a plausible continuation from patterns. It doesn't stand behind the sentence. It doesn't sneak home feeling pleased that it fooled us.
Convenient.
For the machine, yes. Not for the people deploying it.
I have a school board packet on my desk, 37 pages. One paragraph describes a public comment that never happened.
Generated?
Probably. The district says a contractor prepared the draft. The contractor says software assisted. The software has no state of mind. Meanwhile, a parent is quoted saying something she never said.
Was the district trying to deceive anyone?
That's the problem with your definition. I can check a recording. I cannot subpoena an attitude.
It is not a courtroom test.
But people use it like one. They call somebody a bullshitter, close the file, and congratulate themselves on the diagnosis.
So perhaps the distinction helps us ask a question, not label a person.
Yes. What governed the speech? Accuracy? Deception? The wish to appear competent? The need to have something in the packet by 5?
Those last 2 can become institutional policy without anybody writing them down.
The tool still matters. It can produce the 37 pages before anyone has time to feel uneasy.
Or before anyone has time to know what they supposedly said.
Let me try the old distinction. The liar respects the truth enough to work against it. The bullshitter...
Stop there.
Already?
Respects is too generous. The liar is constrained by the truth. A burglar is constrained by the lock. That isn't respect for the lock.
Better.
The bullshitter is unconstrained.
By whether the claim is true. They may be tightly constrained by the impression they want to create.
That sounds uncomfortably like an optimization target.
Plain language.
If you reward a system for producing something that sounds helpful, finished, and confident, it will get better at those surfaces. That does not mean anyone rewarded it for checking the meeting recording.
And if the district rewards the contractor for delivering the packet on time,
The whole chain can produce a false public record without one grand liar at the center.
I don't want to stretch Harry's word until it covers every neglected duty.
What would be lost?
The precision. Bullshit becomes a synonym for bad, careless, synthetic, political, whatever we dislike before dinner.
I agree with that.
I do too, annoyingly.
then keep the distinction and change the scale of the question. Instead of asking which object is bullshit, ask where concern for truth left the process.
Where did care leave the process?
That is not exactly Harry's question.
No.
It may be ours.
Suppose the cost of producing a competent-looking document falls almost to zero.
The cost of reading it does not.
Nor the cost of checking it.
We have made expression cheap and attention expensive.
Expression was never equally expensive. Some people have always had staffs.
Fair. The change is, who can manufacture the surface of staffed work?
And who receives it? My inbox used to contain a 3-sentence accusation with no evidence. Now it contains 10 polished paragraphs with headings.
Same absence, better typography.
Harder to dismiss quickly. It has the shape of work.
Then the deception may concern the labor, not the claim.
Say more.
The sender presents something as considered, researched, perhaps even cared for. The sentences may all be true, but the document counterfeits a process that never happened.
That is closer to the technology. It is excellent at producing signs that we associate with effort.
Complete sentences, even margins, a colon used with confidence.
Don't underestimate the colon.
The receiving institution then pays the missing cost. A journalist verifies it. A teacher untangles it. A clerk finds the invented citation. A neighbor sits through the meeting.
So my cheap speech sends you an invoice.
Without postage.
But cheapness cannot be the definition. A handwritten sentence can be bullshit. A generated one can be careful and true.
Agreed. Economics tells us why the volume changes. It does not tell us what the thing is.
I started with category mistake. I still think it is wrong to give the model a moral attitude, but I may have used that precision to make the rest of the system disappear.
Engineers do enjoy a clean boundary.
Journalists enjoy a culprit.
We do. A named source is easier to print than a diagram.
I spent 40 years teaching information systems. Every box in a diagram is a small conspiracy to hide the people inside it.
Put that on the board.
No. It sounds too finished.
Progress.
My practical answer was provenance. Show me who made the file, what tools touched it, what changed.
Still useful.
Yes, but I hear the hole in it now. A perfect chain of custody can tell me exactly where the unchecked document came from.
A receipt is not an inspection.
Nor is disclosure a cure. Made with AI tells us almost nothing about whether someone cared if it was true.
The label on the cheese did not mention the car.
I knew that cheese was coming back.
Provenance can preserve history. Verification asks whether the claim holds. Accountability asks who was supposed to check. We keep trying to make one mechanism do all three.
Because mechanisms are cheaper than stewardship.
Stewardship is a suspiciously pleasant word.
It should be. Institutions use it when they want maintenance to sound ceremonial.
What is the unpleasant version?
Somebody has to read the packet.
We keep talking as if the danger is that machines will flood the room with garbage.
They can.
Of course. But rooms have always filled with things people did not want to sort.
You are about to make this a boomer story.
I was about to blame filing cabinets.
Same story, heavier furniture.
Coffee. Also, if anyone has abandoned a rind, the compost is under the sink.
There. Your garbage problem has an answer.
Compost isn't an answer to garbage.
I was teasing him.
I know. But wait. Compost only works because someone separates what can break down from what cannot.
Here it comes.
No, I'm serious. We talk about information as if the choices are pristine truth or a landfill, but most thinking is scraps, half-formed comparisons, old material, things that need time.
And some things are toxic.
Exactly. Compost is not a cheerful word for dumping everything in one pile.
It needs heat.
Air.
Labor.
Judgment about what belongs.
And time, which is the resource we just spent an hour trying to remove.
You are suggesting that bad information can become good information.
No, I am suggesting unfinished material can become useful if a practice exists for tending it. A fabricated quote is still a fabricated quote.
Thank you.
Then the institution is not the pile, it is the tending.
Sometimes it is absolutely the pile.
Often. I withdraw the sentence.
It was lovely.
That was the warning sign.
I was protecting the old distinction because it locates a moral failure in a person's relation to truth. I still want that. I don't want responsibility dissolved into a flowchart.
Nor do I.
But a room can be arranged so that nobody has to care for very long. Perhaps we need language for that arrangement.
Institutional bullshit?
Perhaps. I dislike it enough to keep thinking.
An excellent academic standard.
I thought the standard was disliking it enough to publish.
That is tenure.
I came in wanting labels. Human-made, machine-made, sourced, unsourced. I still want them.
But
I don't want to confuse the label with the work. Somebody still has to listen to the recording.
Somebody still has to read the packet.
Somebody still has to turn the compost.
We have reached the dangerous stage where the metaphor begins assigning chores.
Are you borrowing that?
I'm establishing custody.
Check the margins. He writes in books.
Only questions.
same time next month?
What are we calling this one?
We aren't. That was the problem.
Good night, June.